Morning, welcome to today's Garage Cricket. Today we're looking at playing straight and we've got a timeless classic over here. Maybe not used as much as it used to be in England, but still used commonly in Barbados. And you know, what an island for producing cricketers. They love it out there. Every time our lads go there, they want to get on one of these. So we're going to be looking, how do we make one of these? And secondly, how do we then use one of these? So, how do we make one of these beauties then? The first thing we need to find an old pair of tights or old pair of hockey football socks, rugby socks, whatever it is. Something that's, you know, of a decent size, relatively stretchy. I'm going to use a cricket ball, but you can use whatever ball you need. If it needs to be softer to allow you to do it, so it's a safer environment. Nothing's going to get damaged by all means. Put a tennis ball in, a foam ball, whatever it is, just as long as we're hitting. The reason I'm going to use a cricket ball is it gives great feedback in terms of the noise that it makes off the bat and establishes the feel. So my cricket ball goes down one of the legs of my tights like this, and as I say, please be creative with what you're going to use. You can use all sorts of things to make these. You could probably use string and things again if you are creative enough. So once you've got your ball there, I'm just going to spin mine round just to keep it in there a little bit into a position like this. We now need to get it up onto the ceiling or something. Lots of people I know have used washing lines, maybe parts of swings or something like that. Just, you've got to be really creative. I've used the roof of my garage here, and that's the contraption that I've got in place. It could be something as simple as a nail, just whatever you've got. Remember, please ask before putting one of these up, just so you know that it's an area where you're able to put one up. Then it's nice and simple. You just want to thread through your tight or your stocking. You can adjust the height depending on what shots you want to work on, how tall you are as a person, and then it's just making sure that you've got a nice knot at the top to make sure that this ball isn't going to come out as you are hitting it. And it is as simple as that. I've now, in about a minute, produced myself my own kind of swing ball here, as you can see. Now, if you've got a cricket ball in there, you want to make sure obviously you're safe. I'm certainly going to be wearing gloves for this. You may want to put a box on and a helmet on as well, so that it doesn't damage you, because if it does break down, it can do all sorts of things. Again, I'm going to be using this with a cricket bat here, but it doesn't matter what equipment you've got. You can quite easily, I've used my hockey stick a lot. I can use my hockey stick here, no trouble at all. It will have the same effect. Any equipment that you've got around that, we just want to make sure that we are creating something like this and getting plenty of batting out there. So good luck creating. So hopefully you've got yours designed now. As you can see, this will go through back and forward and kind of mimic lots of balls in a row. So if you're not fortunate enough to have a bowling machine at home, like pretty much none of us do, this is great for getting good repetitions. The aim, as I said, is to try and develop our straight batted shots. So we're looking at that vertical bat path and hitting nice and straight like this. And we're trying to hit as many as we can in a row. Now, if your bat path doesn't come down straight, that'll happen, okay, where the ball will go out one way and then it will swing back and it will be unplayable. So it takes quite a bit of skill to make sure that that ball comes back to you. So we're focusing on getting all of your momentum and the whole bat face going through the ball. So if that bat turns in your hand like that, immediately the path of the ball will become unplayable. So we're focusing on that tight top hand. You may want a nice little delicate one to get it going to start with. And you should be able to play this in a really nice balanced position. Now, one of the reasons I like the cricket ball is you get the sound on the bat, and that gives you really good feedback about how well you've timed the ball. Have you found the middle? And here, because we can't go whacking this ball, because obviously if you did, you know, go and destroy my roof probably here. We're just focusing on the best contact we can get with quite a short backswing. So I think I can hit this ball pretty hard just by timing it, so meaning the best contact. And if you listen to the noise, that's what happens if the back path doesn't come through straight. So hopefully you can hear those ones where I don't make perfect contact, where the whole of the bat face hasn't gone through the ball, and you can hear that deeper, nicer noise when the connection is spot on. Now you can adapt this for front foot or back foot, so potentially I can get it going again, but I can wait for that ball to come up later, so I'm stood a bit further back this time, and I can still work on my back foot shots. So your challenge today is to see how many of these you can do in a row. That will require good concentration and good technique. It may take you a little bit of time to build up a great score, but practice is great. Just work it out, get out in the sun today if you can, and give it a go. Right, my attempt then. Ah, 34. Final score. So one of the other great things this ball can do is it can also help to train our ability to get on top of the ball and hit it down into the ground with the correct bat angle. So not only can we look at hitting straight and good timing using the full bat face, we can also look at the angle of our bat, and that may help you achieve a better streak. So we've talked in previous videos about how we want to, when the ball hits it, have the bat angled so that it deflects down into the ground so that it reduces the chance of being caught. You can train that really well here by focusing on all of your contact points. That bat angle is there. So you wait for that ball to come to you and you want to play it underneath your eyes. What we don't want to see is a contact out there. So if I just, that idea that the bat's coming up, that path of the ball there would be much more dangerous. So just one more time here. And you can easily adapt this to play off the back foot again and still look at those contact points. So you can see that the ball is going to have to come back to meet me. So the ball, if I just turn the camera now, is quite a way in front of me. I can start it off with a little tap or a little underarm, but I'm here on that back foot, and you see how I'm playing as that ball comes up to waist height, and I'm still focusing on that bat angle there with it coming through. We spoke in a previous video about how you should be able to get a ping pong ball between your bottom hand and the bat, so that ping pong ball can just fit in there like that. So it is the top hand that is tight and the bottom hand that is loose, just supporting like that. So the back foot is also similar. So on my back foot, I like to get up onto my toes. That allows me to get on top of the ball. You can also train that there, getting used to remaining balanced in that position. So So one other thing you might want to focus on is that idea of being in a really stable position. It's good for developing your balance, your core strength, and so on. So just this idea that once you've adopted a position, you now can't move out of that position, and you focus on being really still. So that there is just some really good specific conditioning. It can help to train the footwork and get you in a position that you feel really, really comfortable with. The same thing